guys, and welcome back to another video in this week's DearPiggy Java tutorial. So in this video, we're going to be talking about interfaces. So interfaces, like I mentioned in the last video, are super similar to abstract classes. In fact, I personally think they're almost exactly the same, but we'll explain the differences in a second. Okay, so ignore the bad boxing. I lost my stylus, so I had to use my finger. Couple notes on interfaces. Again, this might not make sense the first time we read this through, but it'll make more sense when we look at our example. So like abstract classes, we cannot use them directly to create objects. So ignore the parentheses stuff. So we'd still have to use the inherited classes idea. Interface methods do not have a body. The body is provided by the implemented class. Okay, so one note to make sure here. We don't have inherited classes now. Instead, we have implemented classes, but just know that they mean pretty much the same thing. And basically what this part is saying here is that you know how in our abstract classes, we could have both a regular method and an abstract method? Well, in interfaces, we don't have any regular methods. All of the methods, the body has to be written in the implemented class, okay? So we'll see what that means in a second. This stuff we can ignore. Interfaces cannot have constructors because we can't use them to directly create objects. When and why to use interfaces to achieve security, like abstraction. One big difference between interfaces and abstract classes. Interfaces can implement multiple interfaces. However, other ones, we can only inherit one class. This one we can implement more than one interface. There's a lot of implementing and interfaces going on, so it'll make more sense when we talk more about it. So let's move on to our example. Okay, so let's just, like we did last time, look at the picture, talk through it, and write it ourselves. This is our first original interface. We say interface animal, so no more classes, we use interface. And then all we do is create our two interface methods, which don't have bodies. So all of our interface methods will never have a body. Then we have a class, a subclass that implements the original interface. Notice, remember how I mentioned that we do not use the keyword inherits? Well, in this case, the keyword implements is going to completely overwrite that. So just use implements as a replacement for inherits. And then all we do is provide the bodies for our interface methods. We just tell it specifically what to do here, right? And then we run it pretty much the exact same as we did with our abstract classes. So let's do this pretty fast. Shouldn't be too confusing, not too hard, right? So start coding and don't create an account, log into your account. Go ahead, create Java and create your REPL. All right. So first things first, get rid of this annoying hello world sentence. Then we're going to go and create, what example did they do? Did they still do animals? I mean, I guess you could do animal. Let's do humans instead. So, oops, wrong tab, this tab. This was our abstract classes tab, and I will kind of compare them in a second. So let's go ahead and do human.java. And I feel like I'm going to sneeze. We're going to do interface human. And then we have our interface. So in our interface, usually in my opinion, interfaces are a lot shorter in terms of coding because you don't have to provide any bodies at all. All you have to do is kind of just give the name and the type of our function. So we're going to run a couple of interface methods which do not have a body. Okay, so once we do that, we're just going to say there's actually really not a special way to create our functions. Notice that I use the word notice a lot. Remember that in our abstract classes, we do public abstract void. This one, we don't have to care about that. We just do public void for everything, all across the board. So we do, oh, again, wrong tab. Let's move this one over. Let's do public void because we're just doing print lines for everything. And Humans, I guess everything is different about humans, whether it's the way you move, you talk, you study, you think, everything is different, right? But I guess the very, very simple, let's just do intro. Everything about how humans greet each other is different, right? I might go and say, hey guys, my name is Sunny. Some other person might go, what's up? How are you doing? It's Sally. You know, so everything is different. So we're going to have an intro method. Now, another thing that's different is your eating preferences. I love to eat, but I have friends that like don't eat at all, which is kind of weird in my opinion, but just completely crazy. Like I would die if I had no food. Not literally, everybody would die if they had no food, but my friends would just be having like pretzels for lunch. I could never. Okay, so let's start off. Let's do one more function actually. Public void. What's one more thing that we could do? Dress. How do you wear your clothes? Are you more of the like classy, stylish type, or like athletic wear, or just chic and cute all the time? Depends on you. Okay, so now again, we do not put the bodies in this. We have to create our implemented class. So let's do me first. Let's do sunny.java. So you guys can learn a little bit more about me and I can learn a little bit more about you. So this one we say class Sunny implements human, right? No more inherit, we're doing implements. And so now let's go ahead and provide the bodies. So provide bodies of all interface methods. Okay, so now first one we have is intro dress. So we're going to say public void intro and then give the things needed for intro. Public void eat and then give the body of eat. And then public void dress and then give the body of that. So intro, how would I introduce myself? I guess I'm just more of the boring type. I just go, hey guys, which I say every time I start a video. My name is Sunny Wang, and it's very nice to meet you. Typical boring girl, right? Okay, so that's the intro. What I like to eat. Oh, I could go on about this forever. Oh my gosh. I guess we could do like meal, dessert, and drink. I love pasta. Well, I also play a lot of sports, so like pasta is like my entire life. I love pasta. As for what type of pasta, I really like the pastas that used to have like marinara sauce. Now I'm more of a fan of the pastas where you can put like your own like, oh my gosh, I just literally just blanked. Like Alfredo sauce, but not like the type where they just dump an entire spoon, just like to your like a little drizzle, or like the little like powdered cheese sprinkles. I forgot what those were called, but I love pasta. I'm not really picky though, any type. Dessert, anything with sugar. I love sugar, and my favorite drink is Blue Powerade. Oh, have you tasted that stuff? It's so good. Blue Powerade. This stuff. Oh, berry. It's called berry, right? Berry. I knew there was an actual name for that. So berry Powerade is the best thing you're ever gonna taste. So I'm a huge fan of that. Sometimes Sprite is good until it comes up your nose. Okay, dress. So how do I dress? Usually I like to wear Adidas/Nike shorts and a shorter top, whether it's like athletic or cute. Actually, truth be told, I don't have very many like actual shorts, so I just kind of wear sports shorts everywhere. It's kind of embarrassing because everybody thinks I like don't own any shorts, but it's okay. So let's just run through this really fast. we had our interface methods over here, and we created the bodies for all of them in our class. So let's go ahead and create our object. Again, like abstract classes, we cannot create an object of human. We have to go in and create an object of Sunny. So Sunny W is equal to new Sunny. I guess maybe one day they'll be like Sunny B, Sunny B sounds so weird. Sunny D. Oh my gosh, the drink, Sunny D. I used to love that stuff. It wasn't even that good, but I loved it because it had my name, even though it was spelled different. Sunny W dot intro, eat, and dress. All right. Eat, let's do intro first. Intro, Sunny W dot eat, and Sunny W dot dress. Okay, run it really fast and let's see what happens. So let's run the code and let's see what comes out. It should just print out all of the sentences that I wrote before. And yes, it does. Hey guys, my name is Sunny Wang. It's very nice to meet you. I love pasta, any type, anything with sugar. And my favorite drink is berry Powerade. So good. Usually I like to wear Adidas/Nike shorts and a sugar top, athletic or cute. Okay, good. So we kind of just got a brief intro to our interfaces, and it looks almost exactly the same. In fact, it pretty much is exactly the same as abstract classes, except for the fact that we have all of our bodies in the implemented classes. However, I do want to point out a big difference. Interfaces versus abstract classes. The interface class can implement multiple interfaces, whereas our class can inherit only one abstract class. So Java doesn't really support you inheriting more than one class. This is why interfaces come in handy when you want to implement multiple interfaces. So let's look at this example here. We have animal eat and animal travel, and there's just void eat, void travel. And then we have this animal class that implements animal eat and animal travel, which you're not exactly allowed to do with your normal classes. So we implement two interfaces here. And then you just give the bodies and then you run it. So I want to go ahead and just do this example and just kind of show you guys. Okay, so let's do animal eat.java and just say interface animal eat. And all we're going to do is void eat. And that should be right. Why do I have so many red lines? Hold on. Maybe the red lines will go away. I think I'm doing the right thing. Okay, so the next one I'm going to do is animal travel. Animal travel dot Java. That was too many dots. Dot Java. And we say interface animal travel. Oh, I turned this into a function. That's right. I was like, I feel like I definitely could have made that mistake. So need to make sure I didn't make it. Interface animal travel and then void travel. Okay, so really short, really sweet. Now let's create our implementing class. So we're going to create animal.java. Wow, that's a lot of files there, but I think we can handle it. Class animal implements, and this is where the difference really comes in. We can implement both animal eat and animal travel just by adding a comma in between, which we usually, again, are not allowed to do. Animal. Did I spell animal wrong? I spelled animal right. Okay, whatever. And so again, we'll just specify the bodies of travel and eat over here. So public void eat, system.out.println, and we might have an error in this. Let's just see what happens. Nom, nom, nom. Nom, nom, nom. Yummy, yummy. That was kind of a lot of gibberish, but it's okay. Public void travel. Okay, and then system.out.println. Animals like to move around. Most animals, depending on what animals we're talking about. Some animals are kind of lazy, like the animals at the zoo. Literally, I was so excited to go to the zoo and they just sat there with their back facing me throwing a tantrum. It was really sad. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and try to run this and see if we come out with any errors. I'm going to comment this out from what we did before, and I'm going to create animal, my animal is equal to new animal. And then let's just go ahead and run my animal dot eat and my animal dot travel. Let's run this first. If there are any errors, we can go ahead and troubleshoot. But let's just see what happens. Let's give it a second. Uh-oh, it looks like REPL's freezing on me. REPL is definitely freezing on me. Okay, let's reload the page. No, I don't want my changes to not get saved. Okay, I'm really nervous because I don't want to rewrite all my code. Nope, looks like we're gonna have to reload the page, guys. Bear with me for a second as I try to get everything back in order. Looks like everything is doing okay. Oh no, it's not okay. We lost some of our work. Yummy, yummy. Okay, and then we just have to add in public void travel again. So it's okay. We lost some of our work, but it doesn't take very long to bring it back. All animals move around. Okay, and is our main back to normal? Nope, our main also lost the work. REPL freezing on me, making me lose everything. My animal is equal to new animal. And then my animal dot eat, my animal dot travel. All right, now let's run it and see maybe if it'll work. There we go, it's starting. Let's see if there are any errors and what the errors say. Those red lines did not look good. So it looks like everything worked, right? I ran the code. If you don't believe me, I'll run it again. And everything seems to have worked perfectly, which is good, right? It should have. But that, guys, basically goes to show you that in our interfaces, by using our interfaces, our class, our subclass, can implement multiple different things. Again, I cannot stress enough that Java does not support you inheriting multiple classes. So only by implementing multiple classes does that work. Okay, so that was our interfaces example. We kind of talked about creating interfaces, how it's different method-wise, and how it's different by implementing multiple classes and everything like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed these videos. I'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys.